Obviously, we mentioned Liverpool. They had the big result of the weekend. Flawless, how happy were you with the reaction last night by Man United?
Oh, in terms of the result, over the moon. I said we needed to make sure we put the tie to bed like in the first leg and pretty much make the second leg a formality. And that's exactly what we did. The performance wasn't as good as I wanted it to be in terms of like the first 10, 15 minutes. Obviously, Rashford getting the early goal, we was flying. And then as soon as Betis equalized, we felt flat. And we didn't fold, but the players were folding. And I'm on the watch along saying the players need to stand up here. And then it's obviously gone half time. It's 1-1. I'm expecting a reaction in the second half. Didn't get it. We were kind of like a boxer or a UFC fighter who'd been stunned and we're just out there on jelly legs. And that's what it was. Unfortunately enough for us, Betis didn't really have any quality like that going forward. And the game was just drifting. And I'm like, we got to stand up and be counted here. Otherwise, this can get tough. Fortunately enough, Anthony produced a piece of magic. He scores the second goal, puts us back in front. And from then on, it was plain sailing. And they were lucky that it was only 4. It could have been 5, 6, 7, 8. So in terms of, like I said, the result, over the moon about, performance could have been better, but we bounced back, which was the main thing. Because had we drawn, it would have been even more of a conversation about the mentality of the players. Is Ten Hag good enough for it to? But I didn't need the game at Liverpool, that debacle that happened at Anfield, to let me know about certain players. Because I've been saying all season long, we're not good enough to go and compete for a league title. Look at the team. Ten Hag's overachieving massively. He's performing to his maximum. These players, all the players.
But you have Casemiro.
Yeah. So we do have Casemiro. We also have Fred next to him. Exactly.
Yeah, that's what I've kind of made me laugh this week.
I mean, so you have a Real Madrid legend and so forth, and you're overachieving.
Yeah. 1 second.
We are overachieving.
Have hope. This is what you're doing. See, and again, I saw the banter all week and I ignored it. Well, you've got one of the best centre backs and one of the best DMs and one of the best informed attackers. We do, but that isn't what makes a team up. That isn't what makes a team. Like, the team is about the system. The team is about individuals doing their job right. And, Jess tried to go me maybe 3 weeks running. Say you're in a title race. And I wouldn't do it because I knew.
Look, you're too smart.
We didn't have I didn't expect a 7-0 drumming, but I expected, and I said it on many streams, and I know the viewers remember this. They'll pretend they don't. I said there'll be another couple of Villa results where we just get outclassed and blown away by a couple of teams, and we'll still win. And we are still a way away from doing that. But I think, as you said, the reaction last night was key because we had that wobble, and I was sitting there watching the game when they equalised. They nearly got a second goal. Terrible passing out from the back from De Gea. They hit the post. And listen, my guy, I don't even know his name, who was celebrating before he hit the post. If he was actually following that ball in, he taps it in, it's 2-1. And I don't know if we'd have recovered from that point.
That's what it is.
We came out in the second half and we were great. And by the sort of 60 minutes onwards, we were purring. The players they had their swagger back about them. And that was important ahead of this game against Southampton because it's our last Premier League game before the international break. Most teams, barring Liverpool, play twice because we've got an FA Cup game. We have to win. And although they're the worst team in the league this year, you could argue Bournemouth maybe, but they're the worst team.
We've seen what they did to Chelsea, so we
exactly. You've got to be on point and win tomorrow. And the 7-0 talk goes away. It finishes for us as a club. Rivals, they'll still talk about it forever. That's all they've really got against us so far this year, and they'll hang on to it. But I think the players will be over it if we get a good, solid win this week. But beating Real Betis was so important. And a lot of people are playing down how good. Listen, they're 5th in La Liga. Real Madrid couldn't score against them. They stuck 5 past Liverpool. So we know Betis are a decent team. Are they world beaters? No. But they're not exactly cannon fodder. They're not Bournemouth, they're not average Joe nobody. They're a decent side.
We treated them like they're 5th in the Liga. That's what it is, because people was trying to hype them up to me. And I'm like, if we can't beat the team who's 5th in the Liga, burn this all down to the ground now. And we need to start again. We are much further behind than I thought. And that's exactly what we did. And to have hope, and you said to me about Manchester United overachieving, I'm talking about from the start of the season. So I'm not talking about when we signed Casemiro, when we signed Anthony, when we signed Martinez, Malacia, Ericsson, etc. We just came off our worst ever Premier League season ever. When I'm looking at the game, looking at the squad, we got a new manager coming in. At that point, I'm like, if we finish 5th or 6th and win a Carabao Cup, I will take your 2 arms off. But that was the maximum I thought we could achieve.
I don't want to hear the word overachieving with a Man United. Wow. Sorry, like for me, that doesn't. So him being in 3rd and so forth isn't overachieving. It's freaking Man United. It's not Tottenham or Southampton. So, and also, the moment you signed Casemiro, even if you had Fred,
have hope. Sorry, are you? I just want to check. Are you League Gunner or you have hope?
My name is Halford.
Let
Oh,
him
go
go.
finish,
To have hope.
finish.
I'll let you finish it. I'm gonna rebuttal that. So go on. The floor is yours, man.
No. See, I've got basically 2 points to make. I don't want to hear any crap about this overachieving when you're Man United with the amount of money that you've spent and you've signed Casemiro, who everyone accepts is the best DM in the world. Other points is that 7-0 will always matter. It doesn't matter what you do against Southampton and so forth because it's called a rivalry. For as long, unless you do something similar to Liverpool, it will always matter based on how intense that rivalry is. Barca fans still talk to Real Madrid about the 5-0 they gave them. That result is going to stand for several years because of how intense that rivalry is. So you beating Southampton and so forth will not erase that crap that I just saw because that was embarrassing. To lose 7-0 to a rival like Liverpool is ridiculously embarrassing because it's Liverpool. So
no, it is 100%. I agree with the last part. So all right. So the first part you stated that you don't want to hear about us overachieving because what you've done is made the mistake what many Manchester United fans do as well, and they talk about us as Manchester United in name. Manchester United in name, yes, you are 110% correct. But guess what? We're Manchester United in name only. Look at the team. Look at the squad. There's a reason we are 10 years removed. Yes, it is 10 years. 10 years removed from winning a Premier League title. We are 10 years removed from even competing for a Premier League title. We haven't sniffed a Champions League final in however long. We haven't sniffed a Champions League semi-final in however long. We haven't won. No, we haven't. No, let me finish. Yo, I'll let you go. I'll let you go. So let me go in it. So let me go. We also haven't won back-to-back Champions League knockout ties in back-to-back seasons. So what you're talking about is Manchester United and rival fans like to do this as well, which I understand because they're trying to banter us. We are United in name only. So when we're coming off our worst ever season and we finish 7th, you can't tell me Finn being in third, on for 3 trophies, on for a treble, having 1 trophy in the bag is not overachieving. Like I stated before, my objective, this is me personally, so you can shake your head. This is me personally. I was saying at the start of the season, 5th or 6th, Carabao Cup style of play, and I will take that. That's the maximum I thought we could do.
So can I make sure I get clarity on the fact that, like, so you agree that there are Man United fans that are maybe delusional about where you guys are?
I argue with them.
They exist
every single day
because every time I talk about them, I'm told that these United fans don't exist. I know it's not y'all, but I've been seeing crazy stuff, and that's I feel like that's why people are like we're desperate for that humbling or whatever.
I get
because
that, Jay,
even though you guys have the Casemiros and all that kind of stuff, if that doesn't matter and that doesn't make up the team, why do I keep hearing that you have the best players in every single position?
Well, because
you know?
I find you said it there. I find it delusional. So
they're idiots. So but Jay, me and you have spoke about this on Straight Fact shows. Now, not to be rude, I gave you exactly the same response that Flawless did. Firstly, I said, "Who's saying it?" Because I honestly, I'll be honest with you. All the people I see tweet like that, I just hit the mute or block button instantly. I don't follow people like that because I don't even think they believe it. If I'm being honest with you, it's all said. There's that guy on TikTok. Nice enough lad, probably the brother with the beard, who he screamed into a phone yesterday about after Rashford scored and ended it with "we're winning the quad again" or something mad like that. And it's kind of like, why would you praise Rashford, but why say we're winning the quad when there's no way we're winning the league? I don't take these people seriously. But what Flawless said is bang on. That Man United by name only, and I'll throw it back at you. Have hope now. You've lost the argument again because you've gone back on something. I'll tell you why. If you let me finish. Me and you have been streaming together for 6 years, and for 6 years you've said Man United, because they haven't won anything major, are a dead club and we're irrelevant now in terms of football conversations. So if we're irrelevant from football conversations, how can being third in the league and on course to win 3 trophies not be an overachievement? Unless you're stating that we are still relevant and therefore we should be judged only ever as Man United by our history. So again, let me finish. So again, that's what people do. 1 minute Man United are dead and we're never going to be revived. Then when we win a trophy or 2, it's like, well, you guys should be doing this because you're the biggest team in the world. Well, why are you not saying we're the biggest team in the world ahead of time, only after the fact we win a trophy? Secondly, we are underachieving based on our history. Even if we come third this year and win 3 trophies, we know we're underachieving because we have to go on to win Premier Leagues and win Champions Leagues. However, just like with Arsenal, and this is where, again, my credibility comes out. I spoke about it for 2 years. Step change. You can't expect to fall from grace and be out of the reckoning for a decade and after 1 summer go back to being one of the best teams around. Liverpool certainly didn't do it. Man City got new owners who spent billions when FFP wasn't a thing. They didn't win the league in their first year. They still ain't won a Champions League 12 years on. It took Chelsea Chelsea were already a Champions League team. They won a league pretty quickly. Took you the best part of a decade to win a Champions League. It takes time to build these squads and rebuild things. Man United, after being the most dominant team in England, it took 27 years to win another league title, and it took Fergie 5 to 6 years to revive the football club. This nonsense that Man United fans can't be happy with winning trophies on our way to getting back to where we want to be is an absolute travesty of an opinion. Because you, as an individual, have said for years we're not even relevant anymore. So you're clearly lying about one of the two opinions. Which one was it?
Both things can be true. No. Both things can be true. If you're not speaking fluent trophy, that makes you relevant. But at the same time, because it's Manchester United, I'd never want to hear the word overachieving with Manchester United. Now you can say that what Ten Hag is doing is really good.
Let me just interject. But me and Flawless, and I'm speaking for Flawless here, I think you'll agree. We're talking in the context of this singular season, based on what everybody expected at the start. We are over it because you didn't predict.
So let me ask you, have hope then. So let me ask you, do you believe the United team currently is constructed is good enough to win a Premier League title? What is the delay? Let me click F5. Did I need to click F5? Did I freeze? We doing the mannequin challenge. Come on, man. We can run jokes, but let's have an honest conversation in it.
Does anybody want a tricky question? Okay, it's tricky because...
No, can you please answer the question? No, it's not tricky. At the start of the season, after Manchester United made all of their signings, is that team as constructed good enough to win the Premier League? Yes or no?
Probably not.
No. Don't hit us with the probably not. It's a yes or no. Okay then. So anything. So we fall short of that. So if we get anywhere close to that or finish in the top 3, we are overachieving. I guarantee you won't admit it now. This is the first time we spoke. I guarantee you didn't have us finishing in the top 4 this season. Guarantee at the start. At the start.
No, Flawless.
What was your prediction? Okay, another question. What was your prediction? No. What was your prediction of top 4? What was your prediction top 4?
Top 4. What?
No, what was your prediction for top 4 though?
Before or after Casemiro?
No. Before both.
Oh, no. I'll give you so before Casemiro, I'd have said maybe 5th. After Casemiro, at least 3rd.
At least 3rd. So at least 3rd. So who was the 2 above them?
I want evidence. Sorry, Flawless. I want evidence. I want evidence you said this, bruv, because I think you're absolutely.
You know he's lying, man. You know he's lying.
I didn't know you were going to get Casemiro. I didn't know.
You were on the football terrace in September after the signings were done, and you were predicting us coming 6th.
Hey, I remember that. You're not running that. He never predicted that for 30.
Yes, there we go. Have hope. They have this thing here called, the Terrace. These things are live streamed and people can go watch them back. This is the first time we've met, and I know you're lying. You're lying.
Don't be flawed. Don't be flawed because you're being flawed now.
Have hope. Your name is being changed now on the Terrace. You no longer have hope. You're now lost hope. It's finished now. You're done.
Can I actually defend myself in peace? This is what I was saying.
You're already dead. You're already dead.
Let me defend myself. Before the season started, you're right. I didn't have to finish in top 4. But after you got Casemiro, United fans want to. You are cyber bullying me to make me buy into this complete BS of overachieving. Oh my God, we're doing so good. Oh please, give me a break.
All right. So let's get to it then. You said no. Kill that dead. So you said we was top 3. So you didn't have Arsenal in the top 2. So where was Chelsea and Arsenal in your top 6, your mythical top 6?
So you're saying after Casemiro?
After Casemiro, yeah. Who was the 1 and 2? I know you had Manchester City.
Casemiro thing is killing me.
We'll go after Casemiro since you want to keep bringing him up.
Look, see, after the case, Arsenal were already doing pretty well. So the case,
just answer the question.
You're lying. No, you had us in like 6.
Who was your top 4? What was your top 6? After Casemiro, what was your top 6? Who did you think in order?
City.
So City were number 1. Who was number 2?
City, Arsenal
2. Manchester United 3?
Yes.
There's no way.
You never know.
No, he's lying. You just gotta let him lie, man. You gotta let him lie. You know what I'm saying?
I'm speaking my truth.
So United 3. So you had City 1, Arsenal 2, Manchester United 3. Who was 4th?
The biggest club in the world, Chelsea.
Who? So Chelsea. Who was 5th?
5th?
Yes.
5th was Liverpool.
and 6 for Spurs. I'm guessing, yeah.
Yes.
You're lying.
It's very see the people know.
How did man lie?
You're telling me as a Chelsea fan at the start of this season when you were making videos like this, celebrating Todd Bowley and what you were doing, you're telling me you put both Man United and Arsenal above you. Get the hell out of here. Get out. Get out.
I would have remembered that. I would have remembered if you had said that we were like second or third or anything. I would have remembered that because you were a grade A hater.
I'm pretty sure he
this
has.
whole
No, you did not say that.
overachieving. Listen, this whole I don't care what you guys say. I will never ever use that overachieving crap.
Yeah, because it's
United.
Manchester, because it's
Don't
Manchester
give me that
United,
stuff.
and it
Don't
don't sit,
give me
and
that.
it don't suit your narrative. That's what it is, and I understand that. You want to
I'm sorry,
talk about us in name
I'll
only.
accept it.
I know
I
you'll never accept it because your team's massively underachieved. So that's the only win that you can get. I understand that. Because your team's massively underachieved. Manchester United can't overachieve.
Wait, are you in the UCL quarterfinal? Are you in the UCL quarterfinal draw next week? Are you? Are you in the UCL quarterfinal draw? We are.
Are you going to win it? Are you going to win it? Are you going to win it? Or are you just going to be the also ranting in it? Yeah, exactly. You ain't gonna win it. You're gonna do the also ranting. You just the Liverpool of the UCL. That's all it is. Another proud Luigi, man. Hella people. Sorry to use you, Sonny. I'm just using you as an example. Hella proud runners up. You know what I'm saying? If you're not gonna win it, what's the point of being in it? You don't think you can win it? Can you win it? Have hope. Can you win it?
I speak fluent
UCL.
UCL.
Tottenham, man, not Liverpool.
Say that again. Can you win it?
I speak fluent UCL. You speak a basic.
Yeah. You can't win it. Exactly. You have no faith in your team. Otherwise, you would say so. You know you're getting bopped. You there on your knees praying to get a Benfica, praying to get the Interporto winner. You on your knees, pause. Let's not do that. You know what I'm saying? Let's not do that because you know if you get Real Madrid or Napoli, you're not going through. Otherwise, you'd say so. Come on, man.
Or Liverpool.
100%.
I've literally never seen you this quiet. It's so funny.
It's because he lied. He lied. He got called out. He got called out.